Alright guys, and welcome to the next video in my little series of tutorials here. In the last one, we made all of these things here with the various terrain affecting commands. I'm pretty much done showing commands for now. There are a couple of more block types that I haven't yet covered, but I'll get to those in more advanced tutorials. Right now we're just going to cover techniques for building. In this case, I'm going to talk about underground structures. So if you want to build some big underground thing, this is what I like to do. It's going to be how I do it. It's not necessarily the correct way. There's always different ways to do this, but it's what I found to be the easiest way. So in one of the first videos, I showed you how to make this, carving it out with the BLB air command. That's a really great method. The BHB command, by the way, doesn't affect the inside of what you do. So even though it does say hollow, that doesn't mean it's going to fill it with air. It just means it's not going to change it. If I were to do a BHB on this, it would leave the water there, but it would just change the edges. So the BLB command is the way to go for carving things out. You have to be really careful that you don't run into lakes or anything whenever you do these commands, because you can flood your structure. But since this place is flat and empty, I don't have to worry about that too much. So to start off, let's say we want to go ahead and make ourselves a nice entrance. Well, we'll build it into this hill here, because this happens to be just a really convenient place to start out. I'm going to go ahead and make this thing pretty much a solid entrance. So I can go ahead and cut a door in this. Now the minimum height to be able to walk into something is 2 squares high, but you can't jump. It feels really cramped in these things, so I like to make mine 3 high. So what we need to go ahead and get our entrance into the underground built. So I'm going to try to breeze through this as quick as I can here. It's not going to be the prettiest, but it'll get the job done. Whenever I make these things, I always like to make my stairs 2 blocks wide. That way, whenever I get around to setting those guys, I can make it a nice staircase. If you make it to where it's just, the steps are full bricks, you have to jump up those. And a lot of people use these hacked clients. Whenever you're jumping a lot, if you accidentally double jump, you jump really, really high. So it can be really annoying to have to deal with that. So we're going to go ahead and get farther underground here. Sorry if this is really boring for some of you, but okay. I think I'm deep enough. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. So I've got my nice entrance here. We go underground, and let's say we want to make a tunnel somewhere. It's right here. Now we could go along and knock that out, and then knock this out, but that takes forever. So the way I like to do it is just click like mad and run forward and just make the bare minimum to keep moving. Okay, then we're going to knock out that one. Now the clever user will know exactly what I'm going to do already. I've knocked out that one. Come back here, knock out this one. Now I've got my endpoints. I can do a BLB air, and there we go. I've got myself a big long hallway. So now let's say I want to go ahead and make a room. Now I know there's a lake next to me right here, so I'm not going to build that direction, even though I would probably be off that end. I'm going to build this way. I'll probably run into this hole. If I do, I'll deal with that when the time comes. This is stuff that'll happen to you whenever you're building, so might as well go ahead and make that somewhat realistic. So, I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna make a little doorway to my room. I know I said I don't like these short things, but I guess for a door it seems more likely. So let's say we're gonna have the ceiling is gonna be right there, and then I need to go ahead and dig a little bit this way. And then come over here, and then that'll be the bottom block. So I've set my bottom block. Now I got to run back over here and then set my top block. see if I can get where we can watch this happening. I would like to watch these commands execute if I can. We're going to go ahead and do BLB air again. And, oh, yep, sure enough, I did run into my hole, but just barely. So, have to go ahead and fill that in like that. And now we've got ourselves a nice dirt room underground. So, that's real basic how to do this. In my next video, I'll cover things like making this look less horrible. So, thanks for watching this one.